calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on. Yeah.
There we go. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's well. And hello
Friday
to our
and namaste to everyone.
namaste. Namaste. So
Hello.
today's a day of firsts. So, hello, everybody. First things, let us introduce to you to our
Hi.
official bartender, Jay Vol, who'll be joining us from next week. Joanne, please say hello to everybody and tell everybody a little bit
Hello.
about yourself.
Yep. Hi
Hi,
everyone.
Javo.
My name is Joanne. Yes, my name is Joanne, but you can call me #JVO. And I will be your official virtual bartender for the Food Bear and Jet Fuel with Alcatraz by it will start next week. So what am I going
Yes.
to do is that to pair all the food that they're going to show and feature, and then I'm going to make the drinks for the best drinks for that one. So yeah, stay tuned. This is every Friday, and I hope everyone will watch.
Thanks, Joanne. Yeah, me too. I hope we get people
You
watching. So today's slightly
we
different. We
will
normally
have.
do we normally do it like two restaurants. However, we've got a restaurant and we've also got the owner of the restaurant too. So we're going to do things a little bit differently today. So the Food Bear of Manila, if you don't mind, I'll tag you in, mate, and then you can tell everybody what our plan is today.
Yeah. There we go. Like right back to last week's Lucha Libre, right? So, um, hello and welcome everyone. And if you've been following our newly created group, thank you so much. And also thank you for tuning into the event. Today we are actually featuring a special of our show, and we'll sort of like alternate or do different formats as Paul mentioned. Sometimes we'll go head to head with some restaurants. Sometimes we'll invite over some of the more inspiring foodpreneurs over here. Foodpreneurs are what I call people who are into food and who have gone into entrepreneurship or taken that step. So today we are with Pepper Tree Foods. So um, a little background because the our guest owner I think is having connection problems and kind of dropped off, but I'll just go through a little background of Pepper Tree Foods. So Pepper Tree Foods is a restaurant that was founded in 2018, I believe. It was founded by a gentleman called Hiro Soneji. He's an expat who is based here in Manila. And him and I were working together for the longest time at a BPO in Eastwood. And he was in a very, very good strategic operations executive role. But when I was working with him, he always had baon. He always had food baon with him, and this food was super delicious. Every time I'd go to his office, he'd offer me a bite of his latest creation, and and he said he cooked them himself, and so naturally enough, I heard after a few months of working together, he had gone out to set up his own restaurant. So he founded a restaurant called Pepper Tree Foods. It's located at the pop up in Katipunan, and there's a newly opened branch which he opened last year in Giho Street in Makati. So he's reaching out to the north and south of Manila. So, yeah, I'd like to. That was just a little background on Hero's restaurant and on his persona in the food industry or food business. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my good friend, Hiro Soneji, to the show. Hiro, can you hear me?
I think Hero's on mute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's on mute.
we're having some connection issues with Hero, right?
Mhm.
I think there were some connection issues, and Hero just being like the true foodpreneur that he is. He was actually calling us from his restaurant earlier, or he was tuning in from his restaurant. So we like right before the broadcast started, we had like a buzz about, and we saw people moving about in his restaurant over in Katipunan. So never a dull moment for food entrepreneurs like Hero. So Yeah, I think we just lost him again. I can't. I guess we can circle back and go to his story as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. What do you guys think about that story? It's pretty inspiring, huh?
So the
Oh,
food guy of Manila, I've got a question for you. Did you create the term entrepreneur? Did you just make
Food.
that up?
I just did foodpreneur
foodpreneur.
because
Foodpreneur.
you've heard of
Copyright
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hashtag no.
copyrighted.
Hashtag.
Yeah, because you guys have heard of techpreneur, right? Like all the
Yeah.
Silicon Valley people out there. So we should also have foodpreneurs because it's food is just equally as important as tech. So
And there's the other one, right? The mom. I can't speak today. I'm not even going to attempt it.
too much golfing.
I can't. There's not enough vodka. Lack of sleep is my problem. That's my problem. Anyway, there we go. Heroes in the house.
Heroes coming back.
Yay!
Yay! Heroes back.
There, yay.
And yes, I see he's right there in his restaurant with the restaurant
Mitch.
background. Hi, Hero. Can you hear us? As you can see in his restaurant background, you get 15% off if you're a Citibank customer. Hero, can you hear us?
I think we've got some connection issues, right?
Food Bear,
Hi,
I have
hi.
a question.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, Hero's struggling. Jet, what was your question,
Yeah.
mate, for the food?
Yeah,
go ahead.
you were working with Hero for
And
you're in the same office, right? And he makes you try his
I
food.
make-
So I get
Hey, Hero, can you hear us?
Trying to talk.
sorry, I think
Hello?
I was having some technical issues. Yeah,
Yeah, no problem. Oh man, we lost him again. So
That's okay. That's okay. So kind of let's kind of wait
Okay,
for
so-
Hero to get set up. But
just
Jet, carry on, mate. What was your question? Sorry.
just keep calm in
Carry on.
Korea.
carry on.
And carry on.
We will follow our episode title right now. We'll just keep calm and we'll carry on. So yes, please, Jet, please carry on with your question.
Yeah, I'll carry on with my question. So coming to work would be a treat because you get to taste whatever probably the prelude to the menu of Pepper Tree.
Oh yeah, actually, pretty much. It was like I would you know how sometimes you have to meet with people and then like you're like let me find a way so that we can just do the meeting over email or something. But with
Mhm.
Hero, it was a different thing. It's like I need to have a meeting with him because I know he has baon that is really good. So yeah, so yes, yeah, definitely. I had a taste of the prelude to it. I tried. Actually, I tried his chicken tikka masala before it came to production, and I told him,
Wow.
it was really good. And I know he had the intention of setting up a restaurant, but I was one of the many people who told him, you should set up a restaurant. So, which many people told him that because, of course, he had great cooking and everything. So.
Okay.
That's a great
So,
great story. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, wait,
With Hero, mate. Should we kind of crack on with the food?
Yeah, let's crack on with the food. I think Hero's trying to message me as well.
Okay. Also,
he
guys,
said he's joined back.
Hmm.
I think as well we can say goodbye to our very own J-Vol. So J-Vol will be joining us next week, but today's just an introduction.
Yeah.
So J-Vol, thank you so much.
Yes.
We're looking forward
Thank
to
you. I'll see you
more-
next week, guys.
we're looking forward to the food
Yeah.
next
Bye,
week.
Okay,
J-Vo.
before you go, Javo, I just
Ah.
wanted to share before Javo goes and before we get cracking with the food. But my drink of choice for today's Indian food, I was trying to look for Kingfisher beer.
Mhm.
It was kind of tough to look for it.
Nice.
Because, it's a good match for beer, and Kingfisher is it's not, I would say it's a more popular beer out of there. So instead, I made some Bombay Sapphire gin and mixed it with Indian tonic water to make a gin
Oh.
tonic. So
Wow.
it has
Oh,
kind of
That
like
is that is
a feel as well.
that is what you call Indian mule. You should add lemon and lemon and mint leaves. So you'll call it
Mint
Indian
leaves
mule.
and ooh,
Yes.
fancy. Yeah, I will buy that
Mhm.
this weekend. I'll buy some
Mhm.
lemon and mint leaves. Will a lime do instead of a lemon?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
A lime will work as well. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Or calamansi, maybe. We can localize it, right?
Yes, localized. That's what we do. Well, I came from Palau, and that's what we do in Palau. So we have different stuff in there, and then we localize. So we use whatever is in the island. So it's all
That's beautiful.
personalized for the island only. Mhm. I'll share
I can't
some.
wait
I'll
to.
share some drinks in the future. Mhm.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. And thank you again for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Thank
Take
you.
care,
Thank you so
Javon.
much. Take
See you
care.
next
You
week.
too.
See you
Stay
next week.
safe.
All
Right then,
right. Yeah,
guys. Oh,
here's. Oh no, that was Javo leaving.
coming
Hero
back.
said he was trying to join back. I said, don't worry, we're going to get cracking and moving forward with the food. Um,
I have to be honest with you, Mitch. When the food arrived today, sorry, Food Bear of Manila,
all right. So,
um, it smelled
what should
amazing,
we try
Yeah.
first?
I
right?
I don't know. I'm it. w- I open one after the other, and
Mm,
just the aromas just
mm,
invading my
it's
nostrils. And
amazing. Yeah.
making my mouth water. Wow.
Hello.
And they actually they also deliver via Food Panda or Grab. Oh, there's Hero. He's back. Hey,
He's
Hero,
back.
can you
He's
hear us
back.
now?
Hey, hero.
Hello, hello. Give me a second.
There we go.
Sure.
Do I have you guys? Can I hear you?
Sure, well,
Okay.
Yeah, we can
this
hear
is
you
perfect.
now.
This is
Perfect.
this is super clear.
Perfect. Much better. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for
Oh, yeah.
those accommodations, Hero. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. Yeah. No problem at all.
So, so Hero, just to fill you in with what we were talking about. So I was talking to them about how when we were working together back in the BPO days, how you'd bring baon of the food that you cooked, and then
Yeah.
you would share it with the people, and then everybody loved your cooking, and I guess that was the precursor to your menu. And
Yeah.
I guess yeah, just to start off, what prompted you to move from you had such a great career, VP Ops over at the BPO, overseeing thousands of FTE, and then you decided to take the plunge to become a foodpreneur. What prompted you to do that?
You won't believe this. I worked at McDonald's about what 17 years ago. No, now it's like
Really?
21 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I joined McDonald's way back in 1997. Did a 3 year stint over there as a management trainee. Then grew up to the restaurant manager. But that energy, the feel of the action, the amount of activity that goes on was like never found in the BPO, right? We had much bigger stress, much better money, yes, but that kind of thrill and excitement only comes in a restaurant. So ever since Mitch, it's always had been a dream that I want to do a restaurant someday in life. So when I realized I'm like 46 already, if I don't do something now, I ain't going to do anything and I'm going to die, you know. So I said, just got to do it. That's what made me do it, no, honestly. You got to complete dreams of yours.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is a beautiful dream, and I know the menu at Pepper Tree Foods is it's Indian focused and Indian inspired, but it has a fusion of like some Filipino inspired dishes. So,
Yeah.
what was your thought process behind creating your menu?
Um, Mitch, our menu is kind of small, right? Our menu is small. Usually, when you go to Indian restaurants, you're going to find like perhaps like 4 or 5 pages or whatever. But I always
Yeah,
like doing like a small, concise menu, and more or less put in things that people usually order, let's say in an Indian restaurant. So that's the thing, that those are the dishes that I chose for the menu. Talking about a little bit of a fusion, I mean, right now it's, I would say, only two dishes. One is the
Yeah,
seasick,
yeah,
which you guys will try somehow. Seasick, of course. Seasick, of course. I used to eat the regular seasick around, and I would be like, I can better this for sure. Without knowing how they cook it, nothing. And then you won't believe who helped me out. It's my a helper at home, right, who used to take care of our house. I asked her to, show me how do you make a regular sisig. So she made it once in the regular style. I said, all right, cool. Next week, buy the same thing again, and I'll do my version. And then that's how the sisig came about. Of course, my chefs helped me over here, helped me improvise on a few things. Like I never boiled my sisig meat in pineapple juice, and these guys made me do it. They said that's the authentic way. I said, okay, we shall do it.
The
So
acidity of the pineapple juice. Yep, yep.
yeah, it gives you a little bit of a sweetness as well. The little,
Yeah, yeah.
tad bit of sweetness that you get in that comes in from the pineapple juice, and then the spices give you the hotness and flavors.
Oh yeah.
And I think,
Yep.
and then the other fusion dish perhaps is the chicken poppers. I'm sorry, I've not sent any of those across to you, but that's like a
We'll
mixture
come
of
over and get some next
yeah,
time. There's always an
yeah,
opportunity to come over for us and get some. Yeah.
cool. Anyway, back to you.
No, yeah. Thanks for sharing that. That's very inspiring as a startup journey. And that dream that you said, there's a lot of risk that you took, giving up that job and then to plunge into something as adventurous as that. And I'm sure a lot of people share that kind of dream as yours. Whether it's in restaurants or any kind of business or startup
Yes,
overall. So essentially, what you did is really it's a startup journey. You just dropped everything, you bootstrapped your way through it, and then you succeeded through it today, and growing because you just opened your second branch last year, um,
yes, sir.
amid the pandemic, which is amazing, right? So yeah, so what sort of advice can you impart to a lot of those aspiring entrepreneurs out there, foodpreneurs, who want to pursue their dreams or their passions as well?
Wow, that's a tough question. Because each because each person's case or scenario is unique to him or her, you know. But I don't know. I would just say keeping keeping food quality in check should always be the number one priority. That's
Yeah,
one of the first advices I give to somebody in a food business, for that matter, or even if it's a
yeah,
product, for that matter. Keeping product quality
the quality.
top notch, especially when you're new, is absolutely key. Absolutely key.
Yeah,
Um, I'm a new restaurateur, so I kind of learned along the way. My learning curve was longer. Maybe like almost a year. The first 6 months was extremely uh, volatile. My first 6 months was very volatile. But within the first 6 months, we noticed so many things and we corrected it. The next 6 months was better. Following 6 months, even better. But throughout the time, it was just we kept focusing on customer service, or rather, food quality and customer service. Both go hand in hand, but I would say food quality should be top notch.
yeah.
That's probably going to be my only advice to people.
Makes perfect sense.
Sorry, did I answer your question?
Yeah. Mitch, should we tuck in with the food hero? Thank you so much for joining us, mate. I'm smelling the food here, right?
Yeah.
I've got it on my plate, ready to go, and it's probably the toughest bit of temptation that I've ever faced in my life that I can't dip in and try some, right? So a couple of things from me when
Yeah.
I got the delivery, the smell that came from the bag was absolutely phenomenal. Do you subscribe to the train of thought that says the first way that you taste the food is through the smell?
I think I do more than sight.
Because
I do more than sight.
there's just something about the smell where you go like, and then it just triggers a whole shed of emotions, right? For me, when exactly, Jack, right there, right? You just want to go, and it just brings back, right? And of course, I'm from the UK, so curry is our dish, right? It's
Yes,
our
and that's the chicken tikka masala. There.
exactly,
The
exactly,
national dish from the UK. Yeah.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly. It smells beautiful. So, Mitch, why don't you tell our audience members out there what have we got in front of us? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 different dishes here. So, why don't you talk us through what we've got here, mate?
Sure, yeah. Hero's gracious enough to send us a batch of his bestsellers. So, the most particular quality is the chicken tikka masala over here. Um, and it's chicken in. Well, we'll let the chef talk about it. But, it's essentially chicken in a curry sauce, right, or gravy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So,
can call. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. You can call it a
no,
gravy.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Hero, kind of
Yeah.
what's your thought process? What's your kind of creating process when you go, look at that there? When you create something like this, do you go back to your roots and then kind of take some inspiration from the places you visited, or is it simply, and please don't take this the wrong way, your granny's recipe that you've now brought to the streets of Manila? How does it work, mate?
It's a combination of a little bit of, let's say, some recipes that either is passed down from, grandmother, mom,
Yeah.
whatever, family recipe, a little bit of that, or techniques, if I would say so. More or
Okay.
less, I think what I've taken from them are the techniques in, let's say, cooking. Then, secondly, it would be the different recipes that I have tried. I would not shy away from saying this that I have experimented with a lot of YouTube based recipes for the same chicken tikka masala. So I would have done maybe about 15 different recipes of chicken tikka masala, and then finally, let's say, created mine, which is like a little bit of an amalgamation of, let's say, 2 or 3 different things.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Jet,
That's
food there. Shall we try?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Let's do this.
I will dig in. And you guys also have a bunch have rotis as well in your in the
yeah.
aluminum wrap as well. So this is great to dip in as well.
You have 2
So
types
Hero,
of
what's the
rotis
difference
there, by
between
the
a
way.
masala and a butter chicken?
In the tikka masala and the butter chicken, the difference.
Wow.
Now,
Good.
you guys are eating. Okay, go ahead.
No, Hero.
No, go,
Hero,
go.
Okay, cool.
Talk, go for it.
Okay, so the tikka masala does not have, let's say, any cashew nuts. It has a few additional ingredients, a little more spicy. But whereas the butter chicken has kept it a little mellow, and it does take in cashew nuts, so it gives it a very rich, creamy sauce. So the sauce is much smoother, much richer in the butter chicken. But if you ask me, like the chicken tikka masala, I prefer that over the butter chicken because it has more flavor profiles.
It does.
Beautiful.
There's a tad of
Yeah.
mustard seed oil in there that you can taste. There's mustard seed oil. Well, just a little bit. I mean, really little. Half a cup goes into, let's say, 20 portions. So it's negligible, but gives a very nice flavor.
Yeah.
Really rich.
Well-rounded
It's nice,
flavor.
right? The texture to the curry sauce is fantastic. Jetman, we've not heard much from you today. How's your food, mate?
It's just fantastic. It's like 8,000 years of cross-pollination of recipes, of cooking methods. What I'm experiencing right now. This is Hero. You are my hero for the day. This is great. This is perfect.
Nice. Thank you.
Hero, you were saying as well that you've very graciously given us 2 types of roasties. So
Rotis, yeah.
Rotis. So what type of rotis do you have in front of us?
So the one I gave you, the thicker one, maybe slightly. You can see a dash of oil in it, like it'll be
Yeah.
shiny. That is a Kerala style roti, or it's a paratha. They call it a Chennai roti. They call it a Kerala paratha. It's a choice rolled roti. Those are heavier, much heavier. In fact, that's the only product that's not done in-house. The rest, 100% of everything else is done in-house. That's the only roti we pick up from the local Indian grocery store provider. That's the only product we buy from outside. But otherwise, everything else is made in-house. The other roti is a regular roti. Does not have more than 1 gram of oil in it. So pretty friendly for your heart.
Beautiful. Hero, we have a question from our audience. Leah.
Yes.
Leah is asking us, does both have tomato base? So the masala versus the butter chicken, are they both tomato based?
Yes, tomato and onion based both.
Excellent.
Both.
These
However,
are
in the
amazing.
butter chicken, after you have softened down the onions and tomatoes, you blend the sauce to then create a smooth sauce. In the chicken tikka, we don't blend the sauce, so you'll be able to still get some onion pieces in your gravy.
Super tasty, guys. No, super tasty.
Thank you.
Tikka masala. I'm team tikka masala.
I'm team both. I like it both. There are days that I like it smooth.
I'm
There
team
are days
pepper
like
tree. Yeah.
yeah, team pepper tree.
All right, cheers.
I tell you what, Hero.
I will go.
I like a little bit of a kick, and I'm surprised, in a good way, how much kick is in this masala. It is, for me, on point, sir. Absolutely on
Nice.
point.
Thank
I'm
you.
with the roasty, the one that's not got the oil on it. It just
Yeah.
it just seems to work extremely well. You know, the texture of the masala mixed with the dude. You're not going to hear off me now for the next 6 weeks. I'm fine. I've died and gone to heaven. This is amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful. To our audience members out
I
there.
guess let's jump to the next one, which is one of the fusion food that Hero talked about earlier, which is the masala, right, Hero? Masala
Yeah,
sisig?
masala sisig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This one.
what's the difference between this and the regular Filipino sisig? It's the one with the bird eye chili in it, Paul.
Yeah. So Mitch, like you would know, most sisigs are, I think, fried. They deep fry them. They deep fry meat. Here we first boil it, and then it's on a grill. So we grill the meat to give it a little bit of a char. Then it's chopped into cubes. So slightly healthier sisig, if I would say so. It's not fried. And we have used in the masala sisig 12 different spices that the meat gets
That's
boiled along with.
one more than KFC.
That Hero, that's a sentence I never
So
thought
beat
I'd
that
hear. Or
KFC. We have Hero has
two
12.
words. Yeah, two words in the same sentence: healthy and sisig. I never thought that would happen. Right? Never thought that would happen.
It can. Yeah, it can. We use fresh jowl, so not too much of fat in it as compared to, let's say, one buys imported frozen sisig or frozen jowl.
What's that? What's the aftertaste with the sisig? Because that's lovely.
In the sisig aftertaste, maybe a bit of chicken liver that we add in there leaves that taste. I'm not sure.
It's quite sweet. It's lovely.
If it's sweet, it's the pineapple
The
juice
pineapple
that
juice.
the meat gets boiled in.
There you go.
Mm. See, people, pineapple goes well with meat. So pineapple belongs in pizza.
Careful.
I like it on pizza.
God, that's good.
There you
Hero, that's
go.
good. I've
But we
only
are
ever
so
had.
about honest opinion. So yeah.
I've only ever had sisig after a couple of beers, right? Well, more than a couple. So yeah, this is nice. This is really nice.
This is nice. This is
Yeah,
yeah.
when all of this winds down, we should head over to Heroes and have some beers over at his place in
Yeah,
Katipunan. It's
absolutely.
nice. It's al fresco. It's safe for dining because it's al fresco. So even before pandemic, they were al fresco dining already. And then
That's
Hero,
it just cuts through, right? It's beautiful. Sorry, Mitch.
yeah. No. No worries. I was just trying to move it along as well. I'm mindful of Hero's time as well. So the next dish we want to try is this one. This is a chicken kebab, right, Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
As you can see,
That's-
I've already
Yeah, that's perhaps
bitten into.
yeah, that's one of the richest, yeah, the highest food.
is the sauce for the chicken kebab here?
Yeah, correct. The little green chutney is for the
Mm.
chicken kebabs. Please, you can have the
Oh,
chicken
nice.
kebab by itself.
Again, the
in
smell.
next-
Just
Yeah, I love this chutney. This is my favorite.
Thank you.
Whenever I have Indian food, I put it in. I dip everything in here.
yeah.
Hero, how that chicken is super tender, mate.
that's
How
so
do you
beautiful. I
prepare?
love that.
Yeah.
How do you prepare that chicken? Because it really is melt in the mouth, right? It's beautiful.
Yeah, and its breast is chicken breast. Grilled chicken breast is probably pretty difficult to get that tender.
And it's juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mind you, we made that like about 3 hours ago now. Yeah, 3 hours plus. Yeah, that thing still
Beautiful.
stays juicy. It takes a long marination time. It needs it needs time to marinate. That dish probably takes the longest marination time. I would say we give it at least 8 hours, but more often than not, it's like overnight marination. So it usually goes into 12 hours. Yeah.
And when you marinate your dishes, Hero, do you put them in the fridge for that time? They covered?
Yeah, not
How
a
does that
problem.
work?
Yes, in the ref. In the ref.
Nice.
So
I guess the
Yeah.
next one we share the side dish, which are the potatoes.
yeah. So what you have, that's the cauliflower, bell pepper, carrots, and potatoes. It's a Karachi style cauliflower vegetable.
Aloo. What do you call this? Aloo.
Gobi aloo. Some may
Gobi
call it
aloo.
gobi aloo. Some may call it gobi aloo. But this is in a Karachi style. So I don't know. They call this a sayal. This is a vegan product that you're eating right now. That's vegan. There's no dairy, no meat, of course, in that.
This
Wow.
is so good. Wow.
So good.
So,
So
this
good, you know,
cauliflower, carrots,
If I want to
potatoes.
eat healthy for a week, I'll eat this.
Bell peppers as well, Paul. Yeah, carrots, potatoes, bell pepper, and
Yeah.
Just by looking at it, I was expecting it to be spicy because it's quite red in appearance, right? But it's not.
yeah.
It's not that spicy. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Paul. I think our spice levels at Pepper Tree, I've kept them mediocre. It's just the way I was brought up. My mom didn't use too much spice in at home, so my palate is for a medium spice. Yeah. Except,
A lot of people out there say, well, they like it spicy so that it's hot and it masks the fact that the food may be a little bit bland, right? Not in this case, mate. You've got it.
thank you.
You got it superb. I'll tell you what, Food Bear of Manila, you're right. These type of food, you can just see yourself sitting outside with a nice cold beer, right? Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. And Hero will be happy to host us with his scotch, and he'll sit down at our table. I've eaten there
Absolutely,
at
sir.
his restaurant, and
Yeah.
not only because I'm Hero's friend, but he goes to every table and makes sure everyone is having a great time. So it's very impressive as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You don't see that kind of bigger restaurants or bigger chains as well. Having that intimate kind of relationship with your customers is just like it's very touching.
Hero, how have you coped during
All
the
right,
pandemic?
last we will try.
I guess you've had to pivot between kind of food and like home delivery and stuff. How have you coped during the pandemic?
How did we cope during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Thankfully, Paul, we had already built like a decent base of, let's say, regular customers who used to, let's say, come here and dine with us. And then when it kind of gone into a lockdown, I mean, I think it's to our good luck that we were already operational for almost 2 years.
Okay.
I think that helped us from a perspective of, customers know about us, and then they started ordering online instead of, let's say, coming here and dining. But and then of course, yeah, we stepped up social media marketing quite a bit.
Yeah.
We had to do a few things. Yeah, but yeah, it's been all right. So.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry, Mitch, you were saying, go for it.
No, I just wanted to say that last but not least, this is an off-menu item that Hero talked to me about this morning. And he said he's going to send it to us. Very special. This is okra.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, Mitch. My bad. This one that
Vegetable
I sent
dish.
you, Mitch.
It's very, very tasty. And very
Mitch, go on, Hero.
Sorry. The okra I sent you, I decided to send you. I decided to send you what's on menu. That's on the menu. That okra is on.
Oh, this is the one on the menu.
This is the one on the menu.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I changed it
Still
last.
so good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Jet, this is a local food, right?
Mm-hmm.
This okra.
Yeah. And with the spices that was glazed on it, it's a very light side dish, which evens out some of the creaminess of the chicken tikka masala, so you can have more. So you can have more chicken tikka masala. So this is like the great neutralizer, and then you jump back into the chicken tikka masala, and you're going to enjoy it more. So that's what I'm doing now.
So what's better than chicken tikka masala? More chicken tikka masala.
When I've had these in the past, I've always found them to be a little bit crunchy, a little bit too hard. These are lovely. They're tender, beautiful. What spices have you put on these, Hero?
On the okra, we have some asafoetida, cumin seeds.
Cumin, right? Yeah,
Cumin, yeah.
I can taste the cumin, yeah.
Asafoetida comes in for reducing the gasiness. I can't get the right word for that. But anyway, asafoetida, cumin, then we have some cumin seed powder again, and then we have some coriander seed powder. We have a little bit of dry mango powder as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So to our audience members out there, where are you guys based at the moment? So
Guys, we need to make a decision. What is our favorite dish? Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry, there's a lag. Sorry.
Hero,
about that.
we have a question. Hero, in some of the restaurants I go to in Singapore, the okra lady fingers are fried. Is your okra dish fried too?
No, it isn't fried. This one is not fried. But there are various ways of making okra. I think I know what I think Denise is asking is about. I think she's talking about thin ones which are crispy. So you can make okra thinly sliced and batter dipped and fried. Various ways to make okra. But this is just pan fried and maybe very little oil, but maximum a tablespoon of oil.
Thank you, Hero. Denise, thank you so much for the question. Great to get that interaction.
Thanks for the comment, Denise. Thanks for joining and watching as well.
Absolutely. Mitch, we need to make a decision, right? Which is our favorite dish, correct?
All of the can we pick all of the above?
Honestly,
I don't know
where to start.
I was not able to taste the dish so well, so I need to go back and try some more.
Oh. I think for me, they're all nice.
Yeah, quite
me,
honestly.
I would say the chicken tikka masala for me is superb.
Oh, what I like about this set that we have here.
Nothing beats a classic.
Yeah.
Look at that, my masala is empty.
So
What I
Go on,
like
Jack.
about this set that we have here is it complements each other.
Mm.
Uh, you know, you have this richness of the chicken tikka masala, and then you dive into the okra, and you know it balances out, and then you try uh, the chicken, the grilled
Kebabs.
chicken, the kebabs,
Yeah.
and there's just the
Yeah.
juiciness and softness that invades your palate. And so really, for me, I cannot just pick on one. It has to be all of them, because one dish complements each other. So this is a perfect combination. If you're going to go to pepper tree, I suggest you try this combination.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Wow, amazing. Mitch, why don't you take us out, my friend?
All right. Well, again, Hero, thank you so much for your time and joining us today. I know your time is valuable. I know it's peak hours for a Friday. So
Yeah,
thank you
that's
for
true.
taking a chunk out of your busy schedule also, and for giving us a chance to sample your food as well. I'll give it to you first to give a call to action for our audience as well, who is tuning in or who will be watching the replay of this live cast as well.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Did you ask me something? I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, no, sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Please feel free to thank you so much for having us, and feel free to address our audience who's watching now or who will be
yeah, yeah, yeah,
watching the
yeah.
replays as well. So,
Of course. I mean, so thank you guys. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Jet. Thank you, Mitch, of course, for inviting me in here. It's our pleasure to have sent you guys food, you to sample it out. The only message I think would be then we are called Pepper Tree Foods. You can find us on Food Panda or Grab Food. We are available in Makati and in Katipunan. So you should be able to find us for deliveries, or if anybody is looking to dine in, please feel free to head into Katipunan. We're open every day, both stores, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It'll be
Perfect.
awesome to see
okay,
you.
perfect. And then also, even if you're not in the Katipunan or Makati area, the audience can also call in and then have it picked up by Grab Express or Lala Move or something like
Yes,
that as
sir.
well, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah. So even if you guys, even if you're in Alabang, you're in Caloocan, you're in Antipolo, and you have a hankering for Indian food, try Pepper Tree Foods. It is amazing. And then one other thing that we want to touch on is also value for money. I mean, like Hero, what is like the average price of like these meals or these dishes that you have here? It's just so people have an idea, because sometimes some people order from Indian restaurants and it breaks
Yeah.
the wallet. But for
Yeah, I think you brought up a very good point, Mitch. Very good point. I, a price point per head, more than giving you the prices. I can give you the price of the dishes, let's say over there. Like a chicken tikka masala with rice or one roti, or it's like 340 pesos. Sisig is under 300. 350 for the creamy chicken kebabs. But more or less, I look at it at if four people come in here, they dine here, the bill for four people, I think it usually comes into a per head of about 375, 450. So I try and stay in that range, like 450 per head
wow.
maximum for Indian food, as compared to, let's say,
Yep.
I would think about 700 is a regular rate here.
Rice. I put 3 rice.
It's definitely
And that
value
also
for
a
money.
nice beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beer as well. Yeah, it's great value for money. And then Hero serves some ice cold drinks also. If you dine in there, you can get like San Miguel's
Yeah.
or something like that. Maybe you'll get some Kingfisher soon, some bacon Hero as well.
In fact, Mitch, we serve only craft beer now. So we have beautiful craft beer. We do IPAs, we do wheat ales. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm
If
coming
you
just for the craft beer. Hero. Look, let's
that's
have a
the
look. Yeah,
kegerator
sure.
right there, the far end. You see the kegerator there? You see the
Yeah.
keg?
Look at that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the kegerator
nice.
right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh man, I
Look
can't
at
wait to
that.
try
So
that.
some really good beers. And of course IPA, of course, it goes well with Indian spices. So yeah.
That's
This
so
is
great. Thank you again so much, Hero.
Thank
And
you very
again,
much.
Pepper Tree
Thank
Food.
you.
If you want to dine in, they are located in Katipunan and in Giho in Makati. We tag them on our event. You can check out their site. You can call them to order and then have it picked up or pick it up yourself. If you're in the area, you can go through Food Panda or Grab Food and order from them. Again, you don't need to go out for and expose yourself to enhance a great foodie experience, which is what the show is all about. We review food that is delivered to you, and restaurant grade food right at the comfort of your and safety of your home. So again, thank you again for joining us at the Bear Food and Jet Fuel with the podcast coach Paul Catherall. So, we were very thrilled and very honored to have Hiro Suneji also join us as well.
My
Absolutely.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hero.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
before
you.
we
Take
go,
care. Be safe.
Uh-huh.
hang on.
Yep.
Before we go, Jet. To that
Can we
side
take
on
a
the
can we
screen.
take a selfie too?
hang on. We can. Hang on. Jet, what are we doing next week, mate? Where are we going next week?
we're going. I don't know if Bitch was going to agree. We're going to go Spanish
Ooh,
tapas.
Nice.
tapas next week.
Sí,
Okay, cool.
sí. Yeah.
Sí,
Podemos
sí,
comer
sí.
tapas en la semana que viene. So,
Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right, guys.
Show
Thank
off.
you so
All
much.
right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hero,
Bye-bye.
take care. Thank
Namaste.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Calling your name, on my Indian summer.